Greetings and salutations, my lovelies! Bardic Kitty here, bringing you some more Firefly chibis. As you can see, those are the three I'll be working on today. The previous week's video, last week, I uploaded coloring for the Zoe, Wash, and Jane chibis, and this week I have Mal, Shepherd Book, and Inara. And the other three, Simon, River, and Kaylee, had already been done previously before I started doing YouTube videos, so unfortunately you don't get to see me color those ones. However, at the end of this video, stay tuned to the end because I will actually lay out all 9 of the crew together for you to see all of them. So one of the things that continued to be a struggle with these characters is the fact that a lot of the Firefly aesthetic, I guess you could say, they have a lot of rich colors, but there's also a lot of like desaturation to a lot of it. And so like Mal's shirt is red, but at the same time it's not like bright red. It's not like cardinal red or like a Coca-Cola bottle or something like that. It's kind of a really muted color. And unfortunately a lot of the colors that I have in my markers, the more desaturated reds look kind of purple, so that's why his shirt looks a little on the purple side. Hopefully you still like it. I am a little disappointed with his hair because it did turn out very dark. I was looking at reference images and not paying too much attention to the fact that they were all like either backlit or like he was in the ship, and so it always looked really super dark. And so I was thinking, okay, he has like, you know, like really dark brown, almost black hair. Okay, I'll just color it like that. Well, then a friend pointed out to me that it's actually not that dark, and I found a couple pictures where he's actually out on one of the planets, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I completely misremembered that. Obviously, it has been too long since my last watch through of the series. With the eye colors and everything for these characters, I honestly couldn't remember and couldn't really tell from the reference pictures, so for a lot of those I kind of just referenced a Wikipedia article on the different characters, which gave like hair color and eye color and everything, so hopefully those are right. If they aren't, I did my best, I'm sorry. So that was the finished Mal, and I'm starting on Shepherd Book. I had a little trouble with his hair, like, I don't know. I wanted to kind of emphasize that it had that curl even though it was pulled back, which I think I did a decent job of once I went in with the highlights. I kind of made like the highlights really squiggly to kind of give it a bit more texture, but that doesn't show up until later on, so oh well. His shirt color was another one that I had trouble with, because it was a cool gray, but there was still just a bit more like kind of a bluish color to it than any of the markers that I had, so I did some mixing again, and I think it turned out pretty well. I'm running out of things that are relevant to say. For those of you who are here just because it's Firefly, welcome, you're awesome. I really love the show, and I'm glad you do too. The movie's also awesome, of course, like all of it is awesome. Haven't read the comics yet. Want to get my hands on them eventually, but yes, the entire Firefly and Serenity everything is just really awesome, and welcome. Thank you. If you like what you see, feel free to check out some of my videos, and like and subscribe if you feel like you want to. For those of you who are not customers, for those of you who are regular customers, gosh, I feel so much like a sellout when I talk like that. Anyway, but for those of you who often watch my videos or check back each week for the new ones, I do have a fun project that I'm going to be starting up. I know this month was Junicorn, which I did not participate in, but I'm sure you all remember my flailing around doing a mermaid every day for Mermay. Well, I've decided that I'm going to be crazy, and I'm going to kind of start my own kind of personal, like, art challenge hashtag thing, and I'm going to do July art. So that's, you know, July line art. Yes, I'm being silly and clever like everybody else. One thing that people have said is that they think it sounds too similar to Inktober, and yeah, it's kind of similar, but is that a problem? So, of course, I don't want to talk too much about this because it isn't relevant to this video, but it is something I wanted to mention. I think I might make a quick little bonus video that includes like the prompt list that I've created for this, and I might post something like that tomorrow to kind of kickstart, you know, get people ready for it, show them what I'm going to be working on, that sort of thing. So I may put that together depending on how the rest of my evening goes. In the meantime, as you can see, I have finished Shepherd Book and I've started coloring Inara. And she was a lot of fun. There was a lot of little details that I feel like I probably could have put a little more effort into, but it is supposed to be a chibi character and they're supposed to be, you know, like super simplified and everything. So I didn't want to sink too many hours into these. I did have a hard time with like this brocade section of the dress, the kind of like underskirt kind of thing that peeks out. I just couldn't seem to get the colors right on that, but overall the piece I think comes together at the end. One of the most fun things is here in a bit I start working on the dress, and the reference images I was looking at, the fabric has this really interesting, like kind of shiny, wavy texture to it, and so I did a lot of like just little lines and stuff with my markers. Oh yeah, my camera stopped working there. I apologize for like missing almost everything that I was about to talk about. But as you can see, I've put in these little like squiggly lines that kind of emulate that texture of her dress, and I go in with the jelly roller here in a bit to put highlights on them to emphasize that even more. And overall, I thought it just looked really fun when I finished it. I hope you guys like it because I personally am really happy with it, and that makes me, you know, that makes me really hope that you guys enjoy it as well. There's not too much left here. I'm going to finish up Inara, and then, like I said earlier in the video, you'll get to take a look at all of the pieces completed, laid out together. This has been a really fun project, and I am curious to hear from you guys, like what you thought of these, and if it's something that you'd like to see more often. Are these chibi characters or not? Because they are a lot of fun to do, but I feel like people would rather see like full illustrations and things, but I could be wrong about that. If you'd rather just see more adorable chibi art, then do let me know, because that's something that's some feedback that I would like to have. Because I want to make videos that people are going to enjoy and you know, want to watch and share with people. And I like to make art that makes people smile as well. Alright, so there's the finished Inara, and there's all the 3 from this video, and then I'll lay down the 3 that I colored last week. So, you know, plugging myself, I guess. If you go back to the previous video, I'll leave a link in the description for you to find it more easily. You can see me color those 3, the Zoe, Wash, and Jane, and then these are the 3 that I had already previously colored. And there you go, guys. That is the crew of the Firefly class ship Serenity, and they are awesome. And I hope you enjoyed these videos, and again, please let me know what you thought. And I love you all, and I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will see you next time.